Hey guys, it's Gypsy and today's mail day. We have some wonderful mail from our Instagram/YouTube friend, Alfonso. And I'll put his Instagram information on the screen so you guys can go and follow him. As you can see, I already opened up the box because I don't like those mail opening videos where people waste your time watching them actually open the packaging. It gets on my nerves. Let's just get right into it, guys, okay? So, we've got some dolly heads in here, it looks like, and I'm going to show you them one by one. Okay, here is the first one. She is really beautiful. Pictures don't really do this doll justice. She's got a very interesting face. She looks like kind of cartoony to me because she has like an exaggerated, you know, lips and nose and her eyes and like her forehead, but she's also very unique and different, and I like the way she looks. It's like cartoony but really pretty at the same time. I can imagine someone like drawing this doll and framing a picture of her up on their wall or something. And her skin tone looks like it might be a match for the Nikki doll body or Made to Move orange top body. So I'm gonna test that theory out by trying her out on that kind of a body. Just want to show you guys her hair. This brilliantly shiny blonde hair. It's very well rooted. And there's a lot of it. And she's got a really nice little curl pattern at the bottom. Just like curls in. It's really pretty. And it looks very layered. So I like this doll. The only thing is I'm not that familiar with Integrity head sculpts because I don't have a whole bunch of them. I only have Poppy Parker. So you guys who are more experienced with these dolls, drop them in the comments which head sculpts you see. She's really pretty. She's got the same skin tone I think as the Made to Move yellow top doll. And it almost looks like she's got a dimple in her cheek, but I don't know if that's just a dent in her vinyl or if that was done on purpose, but I think it's cute that it's like only on one side. And she's got quite a bit of makeup on with very arched eyebrows. I really like her face. It's very unique and very authentically black girl looking, you know. And then her hair, look at this, really well rooted too, and it's got such a soft texture. Really good quality saran hair. Oh my gosh, it's so soft, so silky, and it's quite long actually. Can you imagine if she had a body, how long it would be? Definitely like down her back. So what head sculpt is this, you guys? Drop it in the comments. This is RuPaul. Those of you guys who don't know, RuPaul, he is a very beautiful model who's also a drag queen, and he's so pretty as a woman, but he's also very pretty as a man. So they basically used his face as the inspiration for the sculpt. And this is actually the RuPaul doll from Integrity, or at least a version of her. And God, the hair is so thick and it's so silky. Like, it's just so freaking soft. I love this hair. And the colors are very wild. Got red and blonde mixed up in there. I've never seen a hair color like this on a Barbie. It's just very thick. There's a lot of hair. So I love this sculpt though, because even though it is supposed to be the face of a guy that they use to make this female looking doll, the doll itself doesn't look like a man, like it looks like a woman. So it's very interesting. And if you like this face sculpt but you don't want it to necessarily be RuPaul, I mean, you can still use this doll to be whatever character you imagine her to be. So I really love that about this doll. Oh gosh, I think she's my favorite. They're all quite pretty. And her eyes, I think Alfonso told me that he had repainted the eyes. We were looking in a different direction, but he switched the gaze. Was it this one that you did that with? Because it looks really good. I can't tell that it's been repainted if this was the one. And let me see, was it this one or this one? I can't tell with either one. I don't know which one it is that he repainted, but both of them look really good. So I have no idea. But that's good that I can't tell. And then look at those lips, they're so juicy, right? Look at that, it's so detailed. Oh, love it. I love the way Integrity does their open mouths too. Like, you almost don't even notice it. It's such a subtle look. Like, maybe because they don't have these big, giant, goofy grins like Barbie likes to do with their smiling dolls. They're always grinning like freaking Joker. But it's so subtle, like you barely can notice it. I love her lips. She's just beautiful. And I like that her makeup is really subtle. Like, it's not very like flamboyant. She just looks like she has natural makeup on, something you would just wear every day. And her hair is super soft and silky, and it's a nice dark brown color with different tints of brown in it. So all of them have long hair, and they look like they'd be really fun to restyle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dunk their heads in some hot water so that I can soften them up a little bit. And thankfully they don't have rooted eyelashes, so I don't have to worry about ruining their eyelashes by putting them in the hot water. And I usually put them inside of plastic bags before I dunk them so they don't get wet, because I don't feel like waiting for my dolls to dry before I handle them. And then I'm going to rebody them, and I'll let you guys see what they look like with new bodies. So this one, she's got the lightest complexion of the 4 heads, and I did put her onto an orange top complexion body. This is not orange top's body. This is one of my spare pool chic bodies, but it's a really close match to her complexion. Under very bright light, you can tell that she's not exactly the same complexion as the skin tone of the body, but it's really subtle and you can't notice it too much. So I don't mind it. I think she'll be fine on this body. I decided to put her on this body instead of a Made to Move though, because her face, she looks really like elegant, and I thought that this body type would suit her a little bit better than a very like athletic type of body. So that's why I gave her this one. It's got wide hips and a bigger chest and very like thick thighs. So I just thought this body type would be better for her than the regular Made to Move type bodies. So that's why I went with that. And look at how platinum her hair is. It's so bright. I really love the color scheme of this doll. Like, somehow it works. I normally don't like blonde hair on brown dolls, but for her, I don't know, something about it just really works. Probably because she just looks so like bougie. So yeah, I could see a real girl like walking around looking like this. And her face, like I said before, is a little bit more cartoony than other fashion dolls that they have out like now, but I like it. She would make a really good display doll, I think. She's a very interesting, kind of like an old school type of a head sculpt and face up. So I like that. Oh, and look at her lips. Aren't they so luscious? Oh my gosh. Her lips are something else. And it's glossy too. Love that. Yeah, so again, help me out. Drop it in the comments. Which doll is she? Which head sculpt is this? Because I'm not sure. And I would like to know. Because I do want to be schooled a little bit more on Integrity toys. I do plan on adding more of them to my collection, especially the boys. So I want to start getting a little more familiar with these guys. And then here is the RuPaul doll, which I put on a brown body, Made to Move yellow top body, which is the Asha head sculpt. And what do you guys think? Pretty close match, huh? Actually, it's like an exact match. It matches really, really good. I love it. There's a lot of bone structure to her face sculpt, which I think they kind of got really close to how RuPaul's actual face looks, so that's pretty interesting. And I did tie the hair up. She's got a lot of hair. It's very thick and very full. And I like the color of the hair too. It's very flamboyant and out there, just like the real RuPaul. But yep, I just put her on a Made to Move body, so she can have full articulation. And this works for her, I think. What do you guys think? Do you agree? And now she looks like an actual person and not just a floating head with some personality. So I am thinking of a character that I will use her for. I kind of already have an idea in my head of what I want to use her for, but I've got to discuss it with Adonis and see if he agrees or if he envisions something different so we can figure out what to do with that character. But that's what I plan to do with most of these. And then here is the other one. Yeah, her hair is very, very soft, and it's super long, and it's like kind of like has a little bit of curl factor to it way at the bottom, but it's more like straight / wavy at the top. I mean, this is a lot of hair to work with, so that's pretty awesome. I did put her on a Made to Move body as well. Now, her complexion, all three of the darker brown dolls have slightly different complexions from each other. So it's one of those situations where she's getting away with being on a Made to Move body, but or on this particular skin tone, but it's not the exact match for her. It's just close enough that she can totally get away with it and it'll just blend. So it kind of looks like, you know, she just has some foundation on her face. So her face and her neck are a little bit different colors, but very, very close match. You cannot tell when there isn't a bright light shining on the dolls. So I'm okay with it. I have no problem with her being on this body. Yep, it's a little slight difference, see? And then a change I would probably make to this doll is that I'm going to probably outline her lips or maybe change the tone a little bit, because I feel like it could be a little darker for her with her like makeup and stuff. I think it would look better if it was a little bit darker. So I think I'll maybe customize her makeup a little, but I don't want to deviate too much from how she already looks. So that's just something I'm thinking about doing. And then, like, if you look at her face, she's got this little dent right here that looks like a dimple. And she has a few other dents on her face, but the dents kind of look like, I don't know, they look like scars kind of, which I like on her. Like, it gives her character. She kind of looks like back in the day she was like getting into all these fights because the girls on the projects was hating on her. And then like she's got all these stories to tell about them. That's kind of how she looks. Like, oh, I got this scar from that heifer that did blah 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 to me, and this scar from that other heifer because she was mad because her man wanted me. Stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? That's how she looks to me. So I like that. I like those little blemishes on the dolls that make them stand out from other dolls. It makes them more personal, I guess. Okay, and then this one, which is my favorite of all four, is Adele, and she is perfect, like perfect. I could not think of anything that she would need different. She's perfect. And again, I did put her on a Made to Move yellow top body, and again, because her head is a little bit slightly different color from the other two dolls, it's not an exact match, no. As you can see on the camera, you can tell there's a difference. But like I said, when the bright lights aren't shining on her, you almost can't tell at all. So I don't mind it, but if you look at her face though, she really doesn't have strong makeup on. She's got very subtle makeup. Like, she's got a little bit of brown tones up in her eyes, and then her lips almost look like she just put on lip gloss. Like, it almost doesn't even look like there's lipstick there, you know what I mean? It looks very, very close to a natural skin tone complexion on her lips. And then I love the way her lips are just slightly apart, so you can kind of get a glimpse of her teeth, but they're not really like flashing, you know what I'm saying? I love that. Very subtle. She's really gorgeous. Love her like profile. Look at those lips and her nose. They did a really good job on this head sculpt. I love it. And then her hair is just perfect. It's got layers cut into it. Very smooth, very easy to detangle. This hair doesn't even get tangled, really. It's really good quality saran. Very, very smooth like silk. And it's not sticky. Yeah, it's really nice hair. And it's really well rooted. She's got a really thick head of hair. So it's perfect. I mean, her hair just lays so nice and flat on her head, while it still has some body to it. And I did give them earrings because I saw that their ears were pierced by, probably Integrity already had pierced them and they came with earrings. So I gave them some of my homemade earrings. Rue didn't have any pierced ears, so she's not wearing any earrings, but these guys are. And look, she's even got a tiny little beauty mark right under her eye. That's awesome. I love stuff like that on dolls. And she's just got this regular Made to Move body. Look at this little blemish on my doll's arm. Look at that thing. This is something you gotta look out for with the Made to Move dolls. I don't know why, but they have a lot of little spots like this where the vinyl was swirling around in the machine, I guess. And it just leaves marks on their vinyl. Yeah, I know it sounds like the kids are fighting, but they're not fighting, they're playing. In another room, they're just mad loud. So don't worry, nobody's fighting. So what do you guys think of these dolls? Are they awesomeness? What do y'all think? Does it make you want to get an Integrity Toys doll if you don't already have some? Yeah, it does for me. I'm so happy to be able to add these girls to our growing collection. It's like, pop, 4 more. And they were just like instantaneously here. And the best thing is, Joseph, can you bring me Wailani? I know it surprises you that I'm talking to you. So the best part about all of this is that my boo, my Poppy Parker doll that Joseph in Texas gave me, she is Wailani. That's what I renamed her. And Wailani has had no friends for the longest because she's my only Integrity Toys doll. So now, look at that. You've got some new friends. So she can hang out with her IT girls. Yes, yes. And I did rebody her. I have her original body, but I gave it to a different doll. But I like her better on the Made to Move body because she's so much more versatile as far as you know, posing her goes. She can touch her face, she can touch her hair, she can hold a phone. She can do so much more now than she could on her original body, but her original body was gorgeous. I mean, please don't get me wrong. Definitely Integrity be doing a thing when it comes to sculpting bodies. It's incredible. Let me show you. Here is the original body that Wailani had. And look at her boobs. Oh my god, they're huge. And her waist is so teeny, and her legs, she has these type of knees that I like. I don't like the pivoty knees that's just bends all over the damn place. I hate those. So they're a little more sturdy, and I like that. And her feet, they're like the Made to Move feet with the heels to flat, but they're so much sturdier. Like, she's got something in it that like clicks them in place so they don't just bend and move every time you try to like move the doll around. So I love that about this body. And my favorite thing probably is the sculpt of the hands, which are so elegant looking. And they have a manicure. Love it. Love the body so much. But as far as versatility went, this body was just not going to give her that type of versatility, and I didn't want her as a display doll. I want to animate her for our show. So that's why I ended up switching her body. But she did look very gorgeous on her own body, and I ended up giving it to Evie. But I like her much better now on her Made to Move body. So she matched the same complexion as Made to Move Blue Top, which is like the tan body, and that's what she's been on ever since. But now she's got all her little IT friends that she can hang out with, so this is a huge plus. And I have to thank once again Alfonso, who sent me these beautiful heads, and I'm just amazed at how they turned out. And I can't wait to take more pictures of them for Instagram, and I'll show them to you in our live videos too. So you guys make sure you're tuning into our live videos over on Instagram, because we do those on a weekly basis. And sometimes they're very random and sometimes they're planned. So just make sure your notifications are turned on for us so you won't miss anything. But yeah, now I got a little crew here, and my little IT girls can be all snobby and bougie and put the Barbie girls in place, right? So thanks for watching. That's pretty much it, you guys. What I wanted to share with you guys on our mail day video today. And thank you all for watching. Subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at Broken Barbie TV. Don't miss anything. And we'll talk to you later. Bye, guys. Have a dolly day. Uh-oh, people are falling. And then her hair. Look at this. Really, Adonis? Adonis. Adonis. Hmm? You're snoring on my video. Oh, snap. I didn't even realize that. Wow. Anyways, so...